Hey everybody, welcome to Jacob's Quest, and today, during the Video Game Awards, we've already seen the Star Wars Eclipse trailer, but now we have Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie trailer, which I guess, you know, it's a video game movie, so I guess it still makes sense. Video Game Awards show. Whatever. I did not see this first Sonic movie until way later in the game, you know. Of course, it had the first look was ridiculous. It was this whole internet backlash, and of course they had to redesign the entire character model. And you know, I have to say that first movie, it was actually pretty enjoyable. It wasn't anything like super special or amazing, or, you know, it wasn't like a game changer, game. But, you know, it was fun. It was enjoyable. It was, you know, it had a little bit of heart to it. It was like, okay, it's not so bad. It could have been a lot worse, you know, and we know that because we have visual evidence that the Sonic movie could have been a lot worse. So here we are with the sequel, and you know what? I'm kind of excited about it. I know it seems silly, but it's like, hey, that first movie was not bad. Okay, here we go. Just every time I hear that, the coin. Ding.
Quick stretch, little snack, and
Hey, chili dog.
Sonic, I love that you want to help make a difference.
mind if I drive?
So he's just stopping crime, huh?
Don't worry, nobody's gonna get hurt.
Pretending to be Batman,
Blue Justice, trademark pending.
you're still just a kid.
Woohoo!
Trust me, there will come a moment when your powers will be needed. But you don't choose that moment. That moment chooses you.
I just got goosebumps. Wait a second, did you steal that from Oprah?
Okay. There he is. He is back.
Papa's got a brand new stash.
Since I've been gone, I've discovered the source of ultimate power.
Whoa.
That sounds big. It's been on my vision board for years.
Is that the Master Emerald, or is that just a Chaos Emerald?
Hope I'm not too late.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Name's Tails.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Step 1, light taunting. Step 2, I have no idea.
Okay, so they don't know each other. The end credits scene almost made it imply that they somehow knew each other.
That wasn't too bad.
But, okay, so they do not. They've never met. Okay.
Today's forecast calls for a 100% chance of adventure. Return to sender. Face it, you're never going to get my power.
Whoa. There he is. Oh, man.
Like I need your power.
Idris Elba as Knuckles. That's so funny.
Where are my manners? Sonic, meet Knuckles.
Okay. Yeah, April 8th, 2022. Okay, so, yeah, it definitely... Well, my first reaction is they are definitely leaning even more into the video games, which is a great thing. I love that, you know, and we saw this at the end of the first movie. You know, Robotnik, he looked like Jim Carrey with a mustache for the entirety of the first movie. But then he got stranded on that mushroom world, which he, you know, of course he scienced his way out of somehow. And yeah, he looks more... there he goes. He looks more like Robotnik now. You know, he's got the shaved head, his mustache is like, ooh, all crazy. And he literally like has the Robotnik coat on, and he's in the little egg, whatever you call it, the little egg ship that he drives around in. So yeah, I'm happy about a lot of stuff going on here. You know, Tails, that was one thing, and you know, obviously these are children's movies, so I feel silly like trying to like the continuity, you know. At the very beginning of the first Sonic movie, they you know, they gave Sonic an interesting background. He was like raised by an owl person, and it was all pretty confusing. But we saw him being chased by echidnas, like Knuckles people. So it looks like we're kind of going to be visiting that. Obviously, somehow Robotnik escaped his mushroom world, met Knuckles, and convinced him to help him stop Sonic, which actually is the plot of Sonic 3, I think, back on the Sega Genesis. So yeah, this right here, I don't know if it looks too small to be the Master Emerald, so I think this is just supposed to be one of the Chaos Emeralds, which the fact that they're bringing them in at all, that's what I love, you know. And again, they're leaning even harder into the video game side, and that's really great, you know. So it feels like we have, you know, we're going almost full video game here. You know, so Sonic and Tails are meeting each other for the first time, which I'm fine with, you know. And they press that like Sonic is still a kid. I don't know how old he's supposed to be. He might be like, I'm trying to remember, he was on Earth for like 4 years or something like that. He's probably technically like 10 maybe, I don't know. Anyways, I really appreciate that they're like, okay, you know what, we're just embracing it. All the video game stuff, all the silliness of it, just lean entirely into it, just go. Also, speaking of, Sonic was raised by an owl lady, and I see these giant owl statues back here. Hey, maybe they're actually gonna try to bring up some kind of, you know, make up their own lore kind of thing. I don't know, it's just interesting to note. But yeah, Idris Elba as Knuckles, that's really funny. The voice is pretty good, actually. Him being able to stop Sonic like this, you know, I guess that works. I guess it makes sense. That's his thing, right? He's, you know, he looks pretty good too. I do like that inside the fur they actually gave him like these needle points. That's a pretty cool idea, that he actually does have sort of like pins in there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, just it looks like a fun kids movie. You know, obviously, look, Sonic the Hedgehog, it has its own very dedicated fan base beyond just the people that grew up with it. I grew up with Sonic on the Sega Genesis, and I did play some of it on the Dreamcast, so like I know there is a deeper lore there. I've never been one to like fully dive into it, so like the finer details of the lore I don't really know. But there are people out there that will be like, no, Knuckles can't stop Sonic something, you know, and you know. But as far as I'm concerned, they, you know, a lot of the imagery, look, they even got the stars on the side of the plane, like they're just going full in, and I really appreciate this. I also do like that they didn't just do away with the human characters. I know maybe some people would have preferred if they just like, okay, they're just not there anymore, whatever. But you know what? The human characters interacting with Sonic actually worked really well in that first movie, even though usually that doesn't work. Usually when they do like these game adaptations and they make up their own human characters because they feel like they need to, usually it does not work at all, and they kind of are a detriment to the movie. But I felt like the relationship with Sonic actually kind of helped a lot. So, you know what? I'm glad that they're not just gone. They could have easily just like, no, they're just not there anymore. But yeah, you know what? It looks fun. It looks like a fun kids movie, and that's all it has to be. I know that there's like crazy hardcore Sonic fans out there that are all, you know, they're all my age, and they're like way more serious about this than I am. As far as I'm concerned, as long as it looks fun and it kind of keeps its lighthearted, like, hey, we're gonna make some jokes. Some of them are for small kids. Some of them are jokes that even adults might laugh at, you know. As long as it just keeps that lighthearted balance to it, it's gonna be fine, you know. And yeah, the nostalgia is hitting, seeing some of this imagery and just like, oh yeah, Knuckles, like you had to fight Knuckles in Sonic 3, and then in Sonic and Knuckles you team up to fight Eggman, which is definitely what's going to happen by the end of this movie. So, you know, it's hitting me, you know, seeing the imagery. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember. This is cool, you know. So yeah, also Jim Carrey's Robotnik, I think this is perfect. I think this was like the perfect direction. To be honest with you, I think that these movies would not have worked nearly as well without this Robotnik. He's goofy and crazy and weird enough that it's like, yeah, I can see this guy, this human being so obsessed with tracking down this talking animated hedgehog. Like it makes sense. Like of course Jim Carrey would do that. So it works. It just works. Yeah, so anyways, let me know what you guys think about this. Are you hardcore Sonic fans, or are you more like on the nostalgic side where you're like, yeah, I remember playing those back in the day, this looks cool, you know? So which side of that coin do you fall on? And did you like the first movie? I actually did. I was very surprised how much I did. I went in there thinking, oh, it's just gonna be a very generic thing, and it was actually like, okay, it's pretty good actually. I had a good time. Yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.